Hello guys, and Australia is on a recession. Yes, Australia is on a recession. We've just had the numbers from the GDP yesterday, normal GDP and GDP per capita, and look, it's really surprising how those numbers are working and people are not looking at it anymore. So yes, Australia is on a recession for the GDP per capita. Nvidia for 9% yesterday. Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar is decreasing. Plus, we do have a good Europe and good CHF because these are the ones that now are moving, well, and Japanese yen, because all of these three combiners are going to be the safe haven for the geopolitical tensions that are happening at this moment. So stay with me until the end of this video because yes, I do have a lot of things to talk to you. So stay with me until the end of this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and tonight, well, this afternoon, 5 to 6 p.m. webinar, all right? So don't forget to register for the webinar. In the description, you're gonna find the link to registration. All right, guys, I've opened up the video saying that Australia is on recession, and I'm going to prove you that this is true. So yesterday we've had the release of the GDP per capita and is falling 6 quarters. I don't mean, this is not wrong. It's not 6 months, it's not 6 days, it's not 6 hours. It's 6 quarters, all right? And every quarter has 3 months, all right? So I'm talking about more than 2 years. I'm talking about more than 2 years, the GDP per capita in Australia have been going down. And we've just had the release of the numbers, and yes, the GDP looks good, right? When you look at GDP and you think, well, gross domestic product is going so good at the moment in Australia. Well, in one sense, yes, the GDP in total is at a good number, but when you look to the GDP per capita is on negative 0.4%, and this has been since 6 quarters already on the negative territory. And if we look to the ASX, right, ASX has dropped more than 6% in a few days beginning of the month of August, and it took the whole month to recover it and ended up where it was in the month of July. And already in September we've seen some decreases already on ASX. So yes, these are the, where people are not looking at it. As well, AUD, as I've just mentioned, and New Zealand dollar, both of the commodity linked currencies, are going pretty bad because of gold is dropping as well. So it's all combined. Yes, Australia is on a, let's say, interim recession, okay, with GDP per capita losing the strength of the Australian dollar, losing the strength of the ASX. We've seen, as I just say, 6% drop on ASX just on the first 2-3 days of the month of August. And then we've had the whole other, days of the month of August to recover it towards where it was July. Now, moving on, we've had Nvidia dropping 9%. This is $415 billion, if I'm not wrong on my head, something around those numbers, 400 and something billion dollars worth of loss in one day. Can you believe that? 400 and something billion dollars losing in one day. Well, that's exactly what happened with Nvidia stocks last night, and the reason is pretty simple. We've seen no much people talking about AIs, all right? And Nvidia did rally very, very well. It did get into the trend very, very well with AIs because of the GPUs and CPUs and in-cores and etc. I'm not that much of a technology person, but anyways, I know a few hardwares that Nvidia used to sell, and the GPUs were one of the biggest ones because of Bitcoin as well. People wanting to mine Bitcoin, they usually tend to go with NVIDIA GPUs, graphic processor unit, if I'm not wrong. But anyways, this is not a hardware YouTube channel. So we've seen a drop And the reason behind these drops are, yes, geopolitical tensions and people trying to move out from stocks more into fixed income like rates and bonds and etc. So it's all the same thing. If someone say I trade rates, I trade prefixed, I trade fixed, I trade bonds, is always the same thing is what the central banks hate. Central bank rates are. So it is much more safer at this moment for people like me, you, or normal other investors to put the money into bonds and wait for that bond to mature, and then you get your money back. So these are one of the reasons, but the main reason is no one is talking about AIs anymore. And NVIDIA was very big and very like keeping surfing the trend, I would say, on AIs. And it's not happening anymore, guys. It's really, you know, we had ChatGPT, we had Microsoft AI, we have Apple AI, Siri, and etc. So yeah, Siri just went off. So we do have some other ones, but like we're not seeing much people talking about AIs anymore. So as Peter was saying, that was a bubble, and he was right, and the bubble just exploding right now. So we've had NVIDIA dropping last month, couple of months ago, NVIDIA dropping 9% already yesterday. So be careful with that. It's definitely a bubble happening in there. Now, moving ahead, Bank of Japan is set to hike 25 basis points in December. This is what weather. The Bank of Japan minister, or the chairman, let's call him the chairman, like JP, Jerome Paul, have said for the member, for everyone, for the society, on a speech he gave us last week, if I'm not wrong, but the release of the interview was gave this week. So yes, most likely Japanese yen can still strengthen it between Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, even US dollar, all right? And don't forget, we do have the FMC, Federal Open Market Committee, 18th of September. And what I'm looking at is short USD JPY. Yes, if you think that can't even go lower, I do believe that we can go lower on USD JPY. And there's definitely some room to explore that into more down territory. All right, guys, I hope you could take something out of this. Yes, it's a lot of information, but I thought we'd jump here, do a quick one for everyone before the webinar. So again, thumbs up on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet not registered for the webinar tonight. Well, this afternoon, 5 to 6 p.m. on Australia time. Do it, all right? I will be waiting for you there. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Have all a great weekend. Well, a great Friday ahead and great Thursday or whatever when you're watching this video, and I see you in the next video, or I see you tonight. See you guys, bye bye.